Believing in your potential is the foundation upon which all success is built. It is the unshakable conviction that you are capable of achieving greatness, regardless of where you start or the challenges you face. It is the inner voice that whispers, "You can do this," even when the world seems to shout otherwise. This belief is not something external that can be handed to you. It is an internal power waiting to be unleashed. Think about the extraordinary individuals who have achieved remarkable feats throughout history. They were not born with a guarantee of success. Many of them started in circumstances far from ideal. They faced obstacles that seemed insurmountable, critics who doubted them, and moments of uncertainty that could have easily derailed their dreams. But they shared one crucial trait: an unwavering belief in their potential. This belief became the fuel that propelled them forward, the compass that guided them through the storms of life, and the anchor that kept them steady in turbulent times. To believe in your potential, you must first understand that it is not tied to your current circumstances or past experiences. It is not limited by what others think of you or what society has conditioned you to believe. Potential is an infinite wellspring within you waiting to be tapped. It is not about where you are now, but about where you can go. It is about recognizing that your current state is merely the starting point of a journey filled with growth, discovery, and transformation. One of the greatest barriers to believing in your potential is self-doubt. This insidious force creeps into your mind, whispering lies about your worthiness and capabilities. It reminds you of past failures and magnifies your flaws, convincing you that success is reserved for others. But self-doubt is a liar. It thrives on fear and thrives on your willingness to listen to it. To overcome it, you must confront it head-on. You must replace the voice of doubt with the voice of confidence. This does not mean ignoring your weaknesses or pretending to be invincible. It means acknowledging your imperfections while choosing to focus on your strengths and the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Believing in your potential also requires you to let go of comparisons. It is easy to look at others and feel inadequate, to measure your progress against someone else's success and find yourself lacking. But comparison is the thief of joy and the destroyer of potential. Your journey is uniquely yours. The challenges you face, the lessons you learn, and the growth you experience are tailored to you. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small, and use them as stepping stones to greater achievements. Another critical aspect of believing in your potential is surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. The company you keep has a profound impact on your mindset and beliefs. Seek out those who see your potential, even when you cannot. Their encouragement and support can help you stay focused on your goals and remind you of your capabilities during moments of doubt. Conversely, distance yourself from those who constantly undermine your confidence or belittle your dreams. Their negativity can poison your belief in yourself and hinder your progress. To truly believe in your potential, you must also embrace the process of growth. Potential is not a fixed trait. It is something that can be developed and expanded over time. Growth requires effort, resilience, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. It demands that you take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. Each challenge you face and each setback you overcome contributes to your growth and strengthens your belief in your abilities. The path to realizing your potential is not always linear, but it is always worthwhile. One of the most powerful tools for cultivating belief in your potential is visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself achieving your goals. Picture the life you want to live, the impact you want to make, and the person you want to become. Visualization is not just a daydream, it is a mental rehearsal that prepares your mind for success. When you consistently visualize your desired outcomes, you train your brain to believe they are possible. This belief then translates into actions that bring your vision to life. Affirmations can help reinforce your belief in your potential. Affirmations are positive statements that challenge negative thoughts and replace them with empowering ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't do this," tell yourself, "I am capable of achieving this." Repeat these affirmations daily, and over time they will become ingrained in your subconscious mind, shaping your beliefs and actions. Believing in your potential also means taking ownership of your life. It is about recognizing that you are the architect of your destiny. While external factors may influence your circumstances, they do not define you. You have the power to make choices, take action, and create the life you desire. This sense of ownership is liberating and empowering. It shifts your focus from what you cannot control to what you can. It reminds you that no matter where you are in life, you have the ability to move forward and make progress. One of the most transformative realizations you can have is that your potential is not limited by your past. Too often, we allow past mistakes, failures, or hardships to dictate our future. We carry the weight of regret and let it overshadow our possibilities. But your past does not define you. It is merely a collection of experiences that have shaped you into who you are today. Each experience, whether positive or negative, has taught you valuable lessons and prepared you for the next chapter of your journey. Believing in your potential means embracing your past while refusing to be bound by it. Believing in your potential requires persistence. There will be times when the road ahead seems daunting, when progress feels slow, and when obstacles appear insurmountable. In these moments, it is easy to question your abilities and give up on your dreams. But persistence is the key to unlocking your potential. It is the determination to keep moving forward, even when the odds are against you. It is the courage to try again after every setback and the resilience to rise after every fall. With persistence, you can overcome any challenge and achieve what once seemed impossible. Believing in your potential is a lifelong journey. It is not a destination you reach, but a mindset you cultivate. It is the understanding that you are capable of more than you can imagine and the commitment to continuously push the boundaries of what you can achieve. When you believe in your potential, you open the door to a world of possibilities. You give yourself permission to dream big, take risks, and live a life of purpose and fulfillment. So dare to believe in yourself, for the greatest achievements begin with the simple yet profound belief that you can. Opportunities are the building blocks of success, the moments in life that hold the potential to change everything if only we have the courage and awareness to embrace them. They are everywhere, often disguised as challenges, risks, or even setbacks. But the truth about opportunities is that they do not announce themselves with fanfare or wait for the perfect moment to present themselves. They come unbidden, often at inconvenient times, and they favor those who are ready to recognize and seize them. Many people spend their lives waiting for the right opportunity, but what they fail to realize is that the right opportunity is rarely handed to you on a silver platter. It is something you create by being prepared, by being open to possibilities, and by taking decisive action when the moment arises. Opportunities don't wait for you to feel ready or comfortable. They don't pause for you to overcome your fears or build up your confidence. They are fleeting, and they belong to those who dare to act, even when the path forward isn't entirely clear. Seizing opportunities begins with a mindset shift. It requires you to see the world not as a series of obstacles, but as a landscape teeming with potential. Every situation, no matter how mundane or challenging, holds the seeds of opportunity. The key is to train yourself to look beyond the surface, to ask questions like, what can I learn from this, or how can I turn this to my advantage? This mindset turns problems into possibilities and setbacks into stepping stones. To seize opportunities, you must cultivate a sense of awareness. Life moves quickly, and opportunities often come disguised in the ordinary or the unexpected. If you're too focused on routine or too absorbed in distractions, you may miss them altogether. Awareness is about being present in the moment, paying attention to your surroundings, and staying attuned to the needs and desires of those around you. It's about noticing the small openings that can lead to bigger possibilities and being ready to act when the time is right. One of the biggest barriers to seizing opportunities is fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and even fear of success. These fears can paralyze you, keeping you stuck in a cycle of hesitation and inaction. But fear is not a valid reason to let opportunities slip through your fingers. The truth is, every opportunity comes with an element of risk. There are no guarantees of success, but there is also no progress without taking that leap. The most successful people are not those who avoid risks, but those who learn to manage and embrace them. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of the journey toward it. Another essential element of seizing opportunities is preparation. Luck, as the saying goes, is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. If you wait until an opportunity presents itself to start getting ready, you've already lost valuable time. Preparation involves building your skills, expanding your knowledge, and maintaining a mindset of readiness. It's about positioning yourself so that when an opportunity arises, you can step into it with confidence. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect or know everything in advance. It means being willing to learn and adapt as you go. Opportunities often require us to make quick decisions, but that doesn't mean acting recklessly. Thoughtful consideration is important, but it should never turn into overthinking. Analysis paralysis, the tendency to overanalyze and delay action, can be just as detrimental as inaction born of fear. The ability to evaluate a situation, trust your instincts, and move forward is a skill that can be developed with practice. The more you learn to act decisively, the easier it becomes to seize opportunities when they arise. Opportunities are also deeply connected to the people around you. Building strong relationships and maintaining a network of supportive and like-minded individuals can open doors you never even knew existed. Opportunities often come through connections, whether it's a mentor who believes in you, a colleague who recommends you, or a friend who introduces you to someone influential. Cultivating relationships is not just about what others can do for you, it's about creating mutual value and being willing to support others in their pursuits as well. Resilience plays a crucial role in seizing opportunities. Not every opportunity you pursue will lead to success. There will be times when you take a chance and it doesn't work out the way you hoped. These moments can be discouraging, but they are also opportunities in themselves, opportunities to learn, grow, and prepare for the next chance. Resilience is about bouncing back, staying motivated, and continuing to take action despite setbacks. It's about understanding that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone to something greater. Timing is another important factor in seizing opportunities. While some opportunities require immediate action, others may need patience and strategic planning. The key is to recognize the difference and act accordingly. Sometimes waiting for the right moment can make all the difference. However, it's important to balance patience with proactivity. Waiting too long can result in missed chances, so always stay alert and ready to act when the time feels right. Seizing opportunities also means being willing to create them. You don't have to wait for something to come your way. You can actively seek out and generate opportunities. This might involve taking initiative, proposing new ideas, or pursuing paths that others haven't explored. Creating opportunities requires creativity, persistence, and a willingness to take risks. It's about being proactive and taking control of your destiny rather than waiting for life to happen to you. The beauty of opportunities is that they are often interconnected. Seizing one opportunity can lead to another, creating a ripple effect that transforms your life in ways you never imagined. The small steps you take today can open doors to bigger possibilities tomorrow. This is why it's so important to say yes to opportunities, even when they seem small or insignificant. You never know where they might lead. Seizing opportunities is about living with intention. It's about being aware of the choices you make and the paths you take. It's about staying curious, staying open, and staying willing to take action. It's about recognizing that life is full of possibilities and that you have the power to turn those possibilities into reality. When you adopt this mindset, you stop seeing opportunities as rare or elusive. Instead, you see them as abundant, as ever-present, and as yours for the taking. Excuses are the barriers we build to shield ourselves from discomfort, failure, and accountability. They are the stories we tell ourselves to justify inaction, to avoid risk, and to stay within the confines of our comfort zones. While they may provide temporary relief, they ultimately rob us of the opportunities to grow, achieve, and live a fulfilling life. Overcoming excuses is not just about silencing those internal doubts, it's about dismantling the mindset that allows them to thrive. The first step in overcoming excuses is acknowledging them. Excuses often masquerade as valid reasons, making them difficult to recognize. They sound logical: I don't have the time, I don't have the resources, or I'm not ready. These statements, while they may feel true in the moment, are often based on fear or a lack of clarity. By identifying them for what they truly are, deflections rather than realities, you begin the process of breaking their hold over you. Self-awareness is crucial in this process. It involves being honest with yourself about why you're making excuses and what you're avoiding. Are you afraid of failing? Are you worried about what others might think? Or are you simply resistant to change? Understanding the root of your excuses helps you address them at their core rather than just trying to push past them superficially. It's about shifting from a mindset of avoidance to one of accountability. Once you've identified your excuses, the next step is to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence supports or contradicts this belief? Often you'll find that excuses are based on assumptions or exaggerated fears rather than facts. For example, the belief that you don't have time might crumble under scrutiny when you examine how you spend your days. The time you thought you didn't have might be hiding in hours spent on distractions or activities that don't align with your goals. Challenging your excuses exposes their weakness and empowers you to move beyond them. Another powerful way to overcome excuses is to reframe your perspective. Instead of focusing on the reasons why something can't be done, shift your focus to how it can be done. This mental shift transforms obstacles into challenges and excuses into opportunities for problem solving. For example, instead of saying, I don't know how, reframe it as, I can learn how this subtle but profound change in language opens the door to action and growth. Taking small, consistent steps is an effective strategy for overcoming excuses. Often excuses arise because a task or goal feels overwhelming. Breaking it down into manageable pieces makes it less intimidating and more achievable. Commit to taking one small action each day, no matter how minor it may seem. These small steps build momentum and chip away at the excuses that keep you stuck. Over time, the accumulation of small victories creates the confidence and motivation to tackle larger challenges. Another crucial aspect of overcoming excuses is cultivating discipline. Motivation can be fleeting, and waiting for the perfect moment or the right feeling to act is a recipe for stagnation. Discipline, on the other hand, is the habit of doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. It's about prioritizing your goals and values over temporary comfort or convenience. Discipline is not something you're born with, it's a skill you develop through practice and consistency. The people you surround yourself with also play a significant role in overcoming excuses. If you're surrounded by individuals who make excuses and enable a mindset of complacency, it's easy to fall into the same patterns. Conversely, being around people who inspire, challenge, and hold you accountable can help you break free from excuse making. These individuals remind you of your potential and encourage you to push beyond your limitations. Accountability is another powerful tool in overcoming excuses. When you share your goals with someone you trust, you create a sense of responsibility to follow through. This external pressure can be a strong motivator, especially in moments when your internal resolve begins to waver. Knowing that someone else is invested in your success adds an extra layer of commitment to your actions. Fear is one of the biggest drivers of excuses. The fear of failure, rejection, or even success can paralyze you and prevent you from taking action. To overcome this fear, it's essential to confront it directly. Acknowledge that fear is a natural part of growth and that it doesn't have to control your decisions. Instead of letting fear dictate your actions, use it as a signal that you're stepping into uncharted territory, a necessary step for progress. Excuses often stem from perfectionism, the belief that you need to have everything figured out before you begin. This mindset creates an impossible standard that discourages action. The reality is that no one starts with all the answers or the perfect plan. Progress comes from taking imperfect action, learning from your mistakes, and adjusting along the way. Embracing imperfection frees you from the paralysis of waiting for the right moment and allows you to move forward despite uncertainty. Another common source of excuses is a lack of clarity. When your goals are vague or undefined, it's easy to make excuses for not pursuing them. Clarity provides direction and purpose, making it harder to justify inaction. Take the time to define your goals in specific, measurable terms. Break them down into actionable steps and set deadlines to create a sense of urgency. Clarity not only reduces excuses, but also increases your focus and determination. Excuses can also be fueled by negative self-talk. The inner dialogue that tells you you're not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough can be incredibly persuasive. To counter this, you must actively cultivate positive self-talk. Remind yourself of your strengths, past accomplishments, and the progress you've already made. Replace self-doubt with affirmations that reinforce your belief in your abilities. Over time, this shift in mindset can weaken the grip of excuses and empower you to take action. Environment plays a significant role in either perpetuating or overcoming excuses. A cluttered, disorganized environment can make tasks seem more daunting and provide easy justifications for procrastination. On the other hand, creating an environment that supports your goals, whether it's a tidy workspace, a structured schedule, or access to the resources you need, can reduce the temptation to make excuses and increase your likelihood of success. It's important to recognize that excuses often reflect deeper fears or insecurities. They are not just surface-level obstacles, but indicators of underlying beliefs that may be holding you back. Taking the time to reflect on these beliefs and addressing them at their root can lead to profound personal growth. This process requires vulnerability and self-compassion, but it is an essential step in breaking free from the cycle of excuse-making. Learning and growth are the cornerstones of personal and professional development. They represent an ongoing journey, not a destination, and they shape who we become as individuals. To learn is to acquire knowledge, skills, and understanding that empower us to navigate life more effectively. To grow is to evolve, adapt, and transcend our limitations. Together, they form the foundation of a fulfilling and purposeful life. The process of learning is inherently transformative. It requires an openness to new ideas, a willingness to challenge existing beliefs, and a readiness to explore unfamiliar territory. Learning doesn't just happen in classrooms or formal settings. It's a continuous experience that unfolds through every interaction, every challenge, and every opportunity we encounter. It is about being curious, asking questions, and seeking out answers. It is about embracing the mindset that every situation, no matter how ordinary or difficult, has something to teach us if we're willing to pay attention. Growth, on the other hand, is the result of applying what we learn. It's about putting knowledge into action, taking risks, and stepping out of our comfort zones. Growth often involves discomfort because it challenges us to let go of old patterns and embrace new ways of thinking and being. It's about progress, not perfection, and it's fueled by persistence, resilience, and a commitment to self-improvement. One of the most important aspects of learning and growth is recognizing that they are lifelong processes. No matter how much we know or how far we've come, there is always more to discover and achieve. This perspective keeps us humble, curious, and open to change. It reminds us that every stage of life offers opportunities for development, whether we're building foundational skills, mastering advanced concepts, or exploring entirely new fields. The willingness to keep learning and growing ensures that we remain adaptable in an ever-changing world. To embrace learning and growth, we must first overcome the fear of failure. Failure is often seen as something to be avoided at all costs, but in reality, it is one of the most powerful teachers we will ever encounter. Every mistake, setback, and disappointment carries valuable lessons that can propel us forward if we're willing to learn from them. Failure teaches us resilience, adaptability, and the importance of perseverance. It reminds us that growth often comes from our greatest challenges, not our easiest victories. Self-reflection is a critical tool for learning and growth. By taking the time to examine our thoughts, actions, and experiences, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our journey. Reflection allows us to identify patterns, recognize areas for improvement, and celebrate our progress. It encourages us to ask meaningful questions. What did I learn from this experience? How can I apply this knowledge in the future? What steps can I take to continue growing? Through reflection, we turn experiences into opportunities for transformation. The willingness to seek feedback is another hallmark of those committed to learning and growth. Feedback provides valuable insights that we may not see on our own. It helps us identify blind spots, refine our skills, and improve our performance. While receiving feedback can be challenging, especially when it highlights areas of weakness, it is an essential part of the growth process. Embracing feedback with an open mind and a positive attitude allows us to use it as a tool for improvement rather than a source of discouragement. One of the most effective ways to learn and grow is through setting goals. Goals provide direction and purpose, giving us something to strive for. They help us measure our progress and stay motivated along the way. Setting clear, specific, and achievable goals creates a roadmap for growth, allowing us to focus our energy and efforts on what truly matters. Goals also challenge us to push beyond our limits, inspiring us to reach new heights and discover what we're truly capable of. A growth mindset is a powerful enabler of learning and development. Coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, a growth mindset is the belief that our abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through effort and learning. This mindset contrasts with a fixed mindset, which assumes that these qualities are static and unchangeable. Adopting a growth mindset encourages us to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and view effort as a path to mastery. It shifts our focus from avoiding failure to maximizing growth, empowering us to reach our full potential. The role of habits in learning and growth is profound. Habits shape our daily actions and, over time, determine the trajectory of our lives. By cultivating positive habits that align with our goals, we create a foundation for sustained growth. Whether it's dedicating time each day to reading, practicing a skill, or reflecting on our progress, consistent habits build momentum and lead to meaningful change. Conversely, identifying and replacing negative habits that hinder our growth is equally important. Habits may seem small, but their cumulative impact can be transformative. Learning and growth often require us to step outside our comfort zones. The comfort zone is a place of familiarity and security, but it's also a place of stagnation. Growth happens when we push ourselves to try new things, take risks, and face our fears. While stepping out of our comfort zones can be intimidating, it's also incredibly rewarding. It exposes us to new experiences, broadens our horizons, and builds confidence in our ability to handle uncertainty. The more we challenge ourselves, the more we discover our true potential. The journey of learning and growth is deeply personal, but it is also enriched by connection and collaboration. Engaging with others, whether through mentorship, teamwork, or shared experiences, broadens our perspectives and accelerates our development. The insights and support of others can help us overcome obstacles, refine our ideas, and achieve more than we could on our own. Collaboration fosters a sense of community and reminds us that growth is not a solitary pursuit, but a collective endeavor. Adaptability is another key element of learning and growth. In a world that is constantly changing, the ability to adapt is essential for success. Learning to navigate uncertainty, embrace change, and stay flexible in the face of shifting circumstances ensures that we remain relevant and resilient. Adaptability allows us to view change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for innovation and improvement. It encourages us to stay curious, keep learning, and remain open to new possibilities. The relationship between learning and growth is cyclical. As we learn, we grow, and as we grow, we become better learners. This cycle creates a positive feedback loop that propels us forward. Each new piece of knowledge builds on the last, and each step of growth prepares us for the challenges ahead. The more we invest in learning and growth, the more we expand our capacity for future success. Learning and growth are not about achieving perfection, they are about progress. They are about becoming a better version of ourselves each day, even if the changes are small. They are about embracing the journey, celebrating the milestones, and continuing to strive for more. Learning and growth remind us that we are works in progress, capable of continuous improvement and endless possibilities. Through them, we discover not only what we can achieve, but also who we can become. Action is the bridge between intention and reality. It is the catalyst that transforms ideas into results and dreams into achievements. Without action, even the most brilliant plans and aspirations remain unfulfilled, existing only as potential. To act now rather than later is to harness the power of momentum and take control of your destiny. Procrastination, on the other hand, is the thief of time and progress, robbing you of the opportunities that could have been seized if only you had taken that first step. The urge to delay action often stems from a desire for perfection or a fear of failure. You might think, I'll start when the conditions are just right, or I need to prepare a little more while preparation has its place. Waiting for perfection is a trap. The truth is that conditions are rarely ideal, and perfection is an illusion. The longer you wait, the more likely it is that inertia will set in, making it even harder to begin. Action, however imperfect, is always better than inaction. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Taking action immediately cultivates momentum. When you start, even with a small effort, you create energy and direction. This momentum propels you forward, making it easier to take the next step and the one after that. Conversely, when you delay, you lose this energy, and the task often grows in your mind until it seems insurmountable. Momentum is a powerful force, and it begins the moment you decide to act, no matter how imperfect or incomplete your initial effort may be. One of the most powerful lessons about acting now is that clarity often comes through action, not before it. Many people wait for a sense of certainty or understanding before they begin, but this approach is counterproductive. Action has a way of illuminating the path ahead. As you engage with a task, you learn, adapt, and discover what works and what doesn't. This process of trial and error refines your approach and brings clarity that planning alone could never provide. Waiting for all the answers before you start is a surefire way to stay stuck. When you act immediately, you signal to yourself and others that you are serious about your intentions. This builds confidence and credibility. Confidence grows with each step forward as every action reinforces your belief in your ability to make progress. This self-assurance becomes a virtuous cycle. The more you act, the more confident you become, And the more confident you are, the more likely you are to take further action. By contrast, hesitation breeds doubt, and doubt undermines your willingness to act. Acting now also helps you overcome fear. Fear thrives in the space between intention and action. The longer you wait, the more time fear has to grow, feeding on uncertainty and self-doubt. But when you take action, you disrupt this cycle. Even small actions send a message to your brain that you are in control, reducing the power of fear. Each step you take weakens fear's hold, proving to yourself that you can handle challenges and move forward despite uncertainty. Another benefit of acting now is that it creates opportunities. Opportunities are rarely handed to you. They are created through your actions. By stepping forward and putting yourself out there, you open doors that would otherwise remain closed. You meet people, gain experiences, and encounter possibilities that you couldn't have anticipated. These opportunities often come in unexpected forms, but they only appear when you are actively engaged in the process of pursuing your goals. Action also builds resilience. When you take action, you inevitably face challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. These experiences, while difficult, are invaluable for your growth. They teach you perseverance, problem solving, and adaptability. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your ability to handle future difficulties. Resilience is not built through contemplation or avoidance. It is forged through action and the lessons learned along the way. One of the most common excuses for delaying action is the belief that you're not ready. This mindset assumes that readiness is a fixed state, but in reality, readiness is something you create through action. You become ready by starting, learning, and growing as you go. Waiting until you feel ready is a recipe for inaction because that moment may never come. The most successful people understand that readiness is not a prerequisite for action, but a result of it. Acting now also helps you maximize your time. Time is the most precious resource you have, and once it's gone, it can never be reclaimed. Every moment spent procrastinating is a moment lost forever. By acting now, you make the most of the time you have, ensuring that it is spent on meaningful and productive pursuits. This sense of urgency is not about rushing or being reckless, but about valuing your time enough to use it wisely. When you take immediate action, you also set an example for others. Your willingness to act inspires those around you, creating a ripple effect of productivity and progress. Whether it's in a team, a family, or a community, your actions demonstrate what is possible and encourage others to step up. This collective momentum can achieve far more than any individual effort alone, making your decision to act now even more impactful. Acting now is also a way to combat the paralysis of overthinking. Overthinking often leads to analysis paralysis, where the sheer number of possibilities or the weight of potential outcomes prevents you from making a decision. The antidote to this is action. Taking even a small step forward breaks the cycle of overthinking and provides you with tangible results to evaluate. These results, in turn, guide your next steps, creating a feedback loop that keeps you moving forward. Another critical aspect of acting now is its role in building discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's the habit of prioritizing long-term goals over short-term comfort. By acting immediately, you strengthen your discipline, making it easier to take consistent action in the future. This consistency is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who only dream about them. Taking action also aligns your behavior with your values and priorities. It's easy to say that something is important to you, but your actions are what truly reflect your priorities. When you act now, you demonstrate a commitment to your values and goals. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and purpose, which fuels further action and deepens your motivation. One of the most liberating aspects of acting now is the freedom it brings. Procrastination creates a mental burden, as unfinished tasks and unfulfilled goals weigh heavily on your mind. This burden saps your energy and creates stress, even if you're not consciously aware of it. By taking action, you free yourself from this weight, replacing it with a sense of accomplishment and momentum. This freedom allows you to focus more fully on the present moment and enjoy the journey. Acting now also enhances your ability to seize fleeting opportunities. Many opportunities are time-sensitive, requiring you to act quickly to take advantage of them. Hesitation can cause you to miss out on these chances, leaving you with regret and what-ifs. By cultivating the habit of acting immediately, you increase your likelihood of capturing these opportunities and making the most of them. It's important to recognize that taking action doesn't always mean making giant leaps. Sometimes it's about taking small, consistent steps that gradually build toward a larger goal. These incremental actions may seem insignificant on their own, but over time they compound into meaningful progress. The key is to keep moving forward, no matter how small the step may be. This consistent action creates a sense of momentum and ensures that you are always moving closer to your goals. Another powerful reason to act now is the unpredictability of the future. Life is full of uncertainties, and waiting for the perfect moment assumes that tomorrow will bring better conditions than today. While planning for the future is important, it's equally important to recognize that the only time you truly have is now. Acting in the present allows you to make the most of the opportunities available to you, rather than leaving them to chance or the unpredictability of the future. Taking action also reinforces your identity as someone who gets things done. This self-perception is a powerful motivator, influencing how you approach challenges and opportunities. When you see yourself as a person of action, you're more likely to tackle tasks with confidence and determination. This identity becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, driving further action and success. Action is what brings your vision to life. It's the difference between wishing for something and working for it, between dreaming and achieving. By choosing to act now, you take control of your life and create the future you desire. You harness the power of the present moment, turning intentions into reality and potential into accomplishment. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a victory in itself, a testament to your willingness to move forward and embrace the journey.